What is up guys, in this video I'm gonna show you a plugin that I love to use while mixing. It's gonna make my songs sound way more balanced and more defined. So yeah, let's jump straight into the project so I can show you what the plugin is. Let's go. Okay, so I just made this song idea the other day. It sounds like this. Pretty cool idea, but I just want to make sure that everything is well balanced. So I have enough low end and also have enough high end. So the ratio between the low end and the high end is not off. So it's might gonna sound a little bit too bright on some speakers and some systems, and maybe the bass is gonna be too boomy on some speakers. So I have a really cool plugin to do this. So a small drum roll, please. It is the Tonal Balance Control from iZotope. So basically what this plugin does is that I put this on my master bus, and it just looks at all of the audio coming through it, and then it can almost picture like a frequency chart. So let me just play some audio. So basically what it shows is that you have like the different areas of the frequency range. So it can determine if you might have too much like low end, a little bit of too much of a low mid range, a little bit of high mids, and a little bit of too much highs, or a little bit less highs. So basically what this plugin does is that you can have it on two modes. You have the broad mode and the fine mode. So the broad mode is more like general in terms of the frequency area. Are you having too much bass, or are you having too low of a bass? Or you can go into the fine mode, then you can see like more detailed areas. So it could be if you have a specific frequency area where you might be having too much going on, or a little bit too less going on. So let me just play again. So if we have a listen and a look at this, you can see I have a little bit of too much high end going on. But then again, this is only for visuals. You should always use your ears. And the cool thing about tonal balance is that you have these different curves that you can use as a reference point. So right now I'm using the built-in EDM curve because it has like to me, it has a really well balanced curve in terms of having a like tight big bass, but also still having some punch in the upper mid range. But the cool thing about this plugin is that you can actually load in your favorite songs. You can load in one song, or you can load in a folder of sounds, and then the plugin is going to make a tonal balance curve, an EQ curve of that reference track. So I've actually made another curve that's called Deep House, and you can see this one is a little bit broader. I put in a lot of different tracks that I like. So you can see sometimes this works, and sometimes it might give you a little bit of too much room to play in. You can see like this high range area is a little bit like too broad, and that's because some of the tracks that I included in the curve have a lot of high end, and some of the other tracks have a little bit less of high end, and that's why it makes this curve. But try to play around with it. I also included like one song from Disclosure called Talk, and then you can see like their like bass information in the upper range of the frequency range. So it's a good way to reference your favorite songs and try to make your track almost come as close as possible. And what's great about this plugin is that it just helps you make your track sound nice on different systems, different speakers. I know this is a visual tool. You should still use your ears, but it can really help you if you don't have the right listening environment, like acoustically treated. This can help you a lot. So if we go back to the EDM one, that's the one that I like. So if we play the idea that I have here, we can try to see where we can fix something. So let's go. So right now I can see like where I need to fix something is in the high range of my sound and my song. So it's from like, I think it's around, let me see here, almost 8,000 and upwards. And one thing that's really cool about this plugin is that it talks together with the other plugins from iZotope. That means that if you have, for instance, like Neutron 3, you can actually go down and select Neutron 3 and you can do some of the the EQ stuff within the tonal balance plugin instead of going back into the Neutron plugin and having to do the tweaks. I think it's a really quick way of adjusting stuff. So I have a drum bus where all of my drums are being routed into, and I put on the Neutron free plugin with an EQ. So this is what you see here. I can actually go and show you. So this is bus number 9, it's the drum bus, and the tonal balance control is actually using this plugin right now. So we can go back into tonal balance control. So I can see that I have a little bit too much stuff going up here. So we can try to fix this with an EQ at first, but most cases I would rather go and check if the volume is too high on some certain elements. So let's see if we can maybe do a little bit of a dip here. Not something very crazy. I think around 2 dB. We could actually make it dynamic mode as well. Okay, so let's see. It's already helping a lot. You can see like visually, it's actually reducing too much high-end information that the balance control plugin is showing me that I have. I can actually go into the fine mode and see more detailed where I need to fix stuff. So there's actually also a little bit too much like in the really, really super highs. So we can actually utilize this and I have like an analog high shelf here. Just make it really. And be careful that you're not going too crazy with this. Nice. Okay, let's look at some more stuff here. So you can see already here, we actually fixed a lot in terms of the tonal balance. Like now the high end of my track is not too bright in terms of the other elements like the low end and the low mids. So it just gives you a more like balanced song and a balanced sound to your song. Now we can try to look at the low end and see if there's anything that's too crazy. So there is a little bit too much going on here. So we can do the same thing. We can go and I have the low end bus here. I want to go into fine mode to see where it's a little bit too crazy. So it looks like it's this area here just above like 50 Hertz, and you just a really, really subtle amount of, let's try 2 dB and see if that works. And I'll also try to roll off a little bit of the really like subs with just a low end shelf. Do like 2 dB as well. And one last thing that I will do is that I will actually go and tweak the volume a little bit of my kick drum and my bass. So I can go into my mixer channel in FL Studio. I have a sub bass and a bass line, and I might think that the sub bass is a little bit too loud, so we're gonna reduce this just around maybe -1 dB. We can also reduce the click a little bit of the drum and the kick drum as well, and the bass line just a tiny amount. So it's all those like small tweaks that can really make everything sound more balanced. I think that helped a lot. Okay, so there is a little bit of that high end, so we can actually go and solo the band here while we are playing and listen to if there is any other elements that's not the drums, but maybe some of the synth that are a little bit too dominant. So let's check it out. So to me, it's like a shaker sound. So I'll actually go and find that shaker sound and just reduce the volume a little bit of that shaker sound. So let me have a look here in my channel. So I have some shakers here. So we're just gonna reduce them a little bit. Maybe also these tambourines. Okay, let's go back into balance control. it's really nice. It's beginning to sound really nice to me, and also really balanced. So this is actually it for this video. I really hope that this inspired you to try out this plugin. I just like that everything is integrated because I use a lot of the other iZotope plugins. So by just having the option to go into different Neutron free instances of my mixer channel, instead of having to go to the mixer channel, I can just do the small tweaks within Tonal Balance Control, looking at the screen, listening to on my speakers and headphones, and really hearing what the different is going to do, and visually also seeing if I'm correcting the right areas. Again, this is not a magic plugin that just fixes everything. You still need to have really good sounds in the beginning, so picking the right kick drum, bass lines, and also doing the right volume and balancing of these sounds. This is just a really great way to visualize what's happening with your sound and how you can adjust some stuff and make the stuff a little bit more defined in a way. So this is like how I use Tonal Balance Control. Please let me know if you are using any other like reference plugins in terms of mixing. I would love to hear it. You can just put your comments in the comment section down below. I would love to elaborate on this, and I also just want to get better at this. So if you have any cool tips, I would love to hear them. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, it would mean so much to me if you smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss another future video on the channel. If you're looking for some extra sound inspiration, I have a bunch of sample packs and preset packs on my web shop. You can check them out. The link is in the description down below. I also have a membership site where I have exclusive sample packs, full FL Studio project files, and a lot of other stuff. You can also go check that out. The link is also in the description down below. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.